Hey, Talkin Fight fans. Christian here from the Friday night panel, and where we cover all things amateur boxing with our focus on the Olympics. It's Good Friday, and we're out and about today where I don't have Graham with me. But I wanted to bring you a couple of quick updates anyway. As you know, we've been following for a little while now India's national team and kind of some of their ups and down peaks that they've been going through over the last little while with some of the international tournaments they've been attending. Unfortunately, their woes have not, or they're not over yet. Three of India's leading boxers, names you've heard on this before, Deepak Kumar, who fights in the 52 kilogram category, Manjeet Singh in the 91, and Narendra Kumar in the 91 plus category, super heavyweight. As well as the youth champion, Estish Khan, in the 57 category, have been hospitalized in Patalia Hospital with COVID-19 symptoms. So this development came a day after the Sports Authority of India announced that they were carrying out precautionary tests on the national campers at the National Institute in Pattaya and the regional center in Bengaluru. Now, of the 313 tests conducted in Pattaya, 26 athletes and coaching support staff, personnel, residential staffers have tested positive for COVID-19. Well, out of the 428 tests conducted in Bengaluru, 4 have been found to be infected. Now, while the SIA didn't disclose the names of the athletes infected by the virus, the Times of India has learned through multiple sources that among the 26 people infected at the current camp, 17 of these were athletes, and of these included 9 boxers from the national team. Now, namely Deepak, Manjeet, and Narendra, as well as Naveen Kumar in the 91 kilogram category, Naveen Bura in the 69 kilogram category, Sanjit Kumar in the heavyweights at 91, and Abhishek Yadav at 69 kilograms, Sachin Daya, 81 kilograms, Aneek Kumar in the 60 kilogram category. The chief men's national coach as well, C.A. Kupada, is also tested positive. So Deepak, Manjeet, and Narendra have all been hospitalized at this point in time, though, which is more really the important part about this. Now, what they're calling is mild symptoms. Well, as mild as you really can be while being hospitalized, I guess. Now, Estash tested positive for the virus on Thursday as well as in the latest round of testing, and it was shifted to hospital just as a precautionary, just for monitoring. The rest of the boxers, as well as Kupada, the coach there, have been sent to live in a quarantine in a residential block at the hostel where the camp is being taken place. Meanwhile, in a notification issued by the deputy director of the the deputy director of the camp there, top national sports persons residing in the green zone, including those bound for the Tokyo Olympics, have now been told to have dinner together with the Center of Excellence athletes in the same mess. So we're seeing some kind of mixed messaging happening here. The coaches and support staff attached to the Olympic-bound athletes have been instructed to follow the same order. Now, this has obviously created concern among elite national campers, as in boxing, as well as weightlifting, as well as other athletic disciplines. So the order read, keeping in view the compelling circumstances due to the increased load and the shortage of manpower, it has been decided to have joint dining for the national campers and the National Center of Excellence athletes, and all in the same hostel dining hall, initially for 1 week. Now, the National Center of Excellence athletes may go for dining in the game-wise groups, within game-wise groups, so within whatever your actual discipline is, as well as their respective coaches, and they're going to be relying on the coaches to keep that discipline separate. So, one of the senior coaches, though, attached to the event, I said, this order is absolutely unwarranted. When you have so many COVID-19 cases in the NIS, instead of taking further precautionary measures, you're telling Olympic-bound athletes and their coaches to eat with the National Center of Excellence athletes. They're not Olympic-bound athletes, I might add, just for your own edification there. We don't know about their daily routines or their activities, as in where they're going, where they're coming from, and this order is disturbing. So we've got some mixed messaging is what we're seeing out of India right now, coupled with poor protocol enforcement, and it's producing some sad but predictable results. Obviously we wish anyone affected by COVID-19 and everyone that's infected currently on the Indian national team a speedy recovery, and we're hoping they're asymptomatic or their symptoms are mild. But we'll continue to cover this as we move along forward. Looking forward into the future, though, and getting away from COVID a little bit here, past the upcoming Olympiad, the president of the International Boxers' visit to Uzbekistan officially announced that the AIBA Men's World Boxing Championship will take place in Tashkent in 2023. So the city of Tashkent is awarded the 2023 AIBA Men's World Boxing Championship after a successful bid presentation by the Boxing Federation of Uzbekistan. The AIBA Board of Directors voted in favor of the major event candidate city. Mr. Kremlev said, "I'm happy to announce Uzbekistan, the country which has strong boxers and champions character, to be the host of the 2023 championships. I am confident in the high level of organization, the huge fan support, and spectacular fights." Now, during his visit to Uzbekistan, Mr. Kremlev held working meetings and press conferences with the chairman of the National Olympic Committee, Rustam Shabdurakhmanov, and the first deputy chairman of the Boxing Federation of Uzbekistan, Talkin. Now, they discussed the development of boxing in Uzbekistan and Central Asia, and the first stages, as well as the first stage of the preparation for the World Championship. Mr. Rustam Shabdurakhmanov was quoted as saying that we are very thankful to our president and the government for the support and the promotion of a healthy lifestyle in sports in our country. Uzbekistan is one of the most active members in the International Boxing Association. We have a rich boxing history. We are proud of our athletes and their victories. We are going to strengthen our cooperation with the AIBA in the popularization of boxing in our region and around the globe. Now, we've discussed the creation as well of the education centers for coaches here in Tashkent. This center will work for the whole region of Central Asia. Mr. Talkin added that we are very grateful to the AIBA, that the AIBA awarded Uzbekistan to be the host country of the AIBA Men's World Boxing Championships. This is a great honor and a huge responsibility, and we will do our best to organize the tournament at the highest level. You can always count on us. So that's the long and short of what's happening in the world of amateur boxing at the moment. We have the new AIBA city to look forward to in Tashkent for 2023. For those who are curious, the 2021 World Championships are going to be taking place in Belgrade, Serbia in October. Now, those were originally slated to take place in New Delhi, coming up actually in May. That was obviously pushed back due to COVID-19 restrictions, as well as there were some issues between the AIBA and the city organizer in New Delhi. Certain fees apparently weren't paid, and so they had to cancel the tournament. That's why it was later awarded to Belgrade. So we have that to look forward to coming up in October, but we're going to talk way more about the AIBA championships as once we get on the far side of the Olympics. But that's everything we got for today. Hope everyone's having a happy Good Friday. And we will talk at you guys after the weekend. And we'll also be seeing you later on at the Friday night panel. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll